everyone, it is time for a new video, and today we're going to be talking about some underrated romances that I really love, that I need more people to read, that you probably have not heard of, and you should totally check out because they're absolutely amazing. And I want to do some romance-themed videos in honor of Valentine's Day. That is why I look like this. I have not had a chance to wear these earrings. I actually don't know if you can see them well, but I got them last year for Barbie because I just wanted to go for like the 2000s vibe. It's pink, it's a heart, you know, but it literally arrived after I went to see the movie, like on the same day, but in the evening, and so I have not worn it. Yeah, obviously I read romance, I'm a romance reader, I talk about romance all the time, but I just wanted to do some specifically Valentine's Day themed, you know, get pink and all of that shit. I love the aesthetic. I don't necessarily love the like holiday or whatever, but I love any kind of theme. And especially if it gives me, you know, an excuse to talk about romance. And so today that was just kind of like the first thing that I thought of, because like I generally love to find new authors who are not necessarily well known, and I am drawn to less popular romance a lot more than the most popular romance. And so I'm hoping to give you, you know, some recommendations of books that you will hopefully love that you have not heard of. And so let's just jump straight in and let me know what other Valentine's Day themed videos and recommendations you would like to see. So I think first we're gonna start with two books that are actually pink. And so the first one is How to Fake It in Hollywood by Ava Wilder. And so I have heard some people talk about this book. This is also the UK cover, so I'm gonna put the US cover just so you can see. That's what it is. But I love this book so much, and I have talked about it before, how I've become completely obsessed with books about celebrities and actors specifically. Turns out I love books about actors. I think it just creates so much, like, you know, if it's especially like co-actors, they're, you know, playing a couple. I just love the vibe. I love it so much. And so this is a fake dating romance where it's beneficial for both of them to pretend to date, so that it kind of like helps their careers. The heroine, her career is not really going well. She's not as successful as she would like to be. And the hero is just like does not have the best image. And so that's how it starts. And this is just such an emotional and beautiful romance. It deals with some kind of heavier things, but I felt like it was just done in such a beautiful way. They have such a strong connection, such a strong chemistry. It's just like absolutely wonderful. It ticks all the boxes. Super fun, and I just loved it. And I feel like this is a book a lot of people could love as well, and I just love Ava Wilder, and so if you have not read it yet, you need to check it out. So the other one is Tall, Duke, and Dangerous by Megan Frampton. So this is a historical romance, and I do want to just generally say Megan Frampton's historical romance. I love her so much. I've talked about her before, but I feel like not as many people know about her as some other historical romance authors, and this is one of my favorite books by her. It is Grumpy Sunshine. It is absolutely delightful. It is just so romantic, so swoony, steamy, and fun, and amazing, and it is just absolutely everything. And there's some fighting lessons in here, just putting that out there, and I just adore this series. I love Megan Frampton. I just need more people to read her books. So the next one that I have here is, once again, like one book by an author that I love all of her books, which is What a Match by Mimi Grace. I do think this is my favorite book by hers, and I just like, let's take a second for this cover again. I am obsessed with it, and I'm obsessed with this book. I definitely have not heard enough people talk about Mimi Grace. All of her books are absolutely wonderful. I've read every single one, and I've loved every single one. And this is like brother's best friend, best friends to lovers, and their roommates, which is like my favorite things on earth. And I just feel like her books are so lighthearted, so fun. And she also writes about Black main characters, and they are all also quite short. Like this is 230 pages. And so all the books feel really like digestible and easy to read, but it's still absolutely amazing. And I feel like I just love that so much, and I hope she's gonna have a new book soon. But yeah. The next book, two books actually I have to talk about, are Hot Copy by Ruby Barrett and The Romance Recipe by Ruby Barrett. So I love Ruby so much. I think that I need more people to read her books really bad. So Hot Copy is an office romance and The Romance Recipe is a sapphic romance. And basically all of Ruby's books have bisexual main characters, either both of them or one of them. And this office romance is kind of more like, first of all, she's the boss, she's the older one, and it's kind of like, while it's, you know, an office romance, exciting, whatever, it is kind of like more realistic than some other office romances. So if you like romances that actually deal with real issues and like address some concerns that would come up in real life, you need to check this out. At the same time, it is just such a wonderful, amazing romance that is sexy and sweet and fun and amazing. It's kind of enemies to lovers. They start off on the wrong foot, and I loved it a lot. And The Romance Recipe, I desperately need to buy the physical copy, but we have a restaurant and chefs cooking. I feel like it is just so fun. You know, it's obviously they work together, workplace romance. If you like, you know, the restaurant vibes, and just any kind of like food in books and all of those things, and they also kind of have to like enter this like reality show thing to save their restaurant, because like it's kind of like, you know, struggling, and it is just, all of it is absolutely everything. The tension, like, you know, kind of the stakes, because they work together and it can't fall apart, and they're both kind of scared, and it's also very sexy and fun. And if you are desperate for more steamy sapphic romances, you need to check it out. It is just absolutely perfect. I love it so much, and I have not really heard almost anyone talk about this, which is a crime, I think. So you need to read it. So the next book, I wasn't sure if I should include it in here because like the first book in this series got a lot of hype, but I have not heard anyone talk about this one, and that is Tastes Like Shakar by Nisha Sharma. So that is the sequel companion to Dating Dr. Dill, which I feel like it was like, there were a lot of mixed opinions on that. I feel like some people loved it, some people hated it. I don't know, but I have not heard anyone talk about this book, and I actually fucking loved it. I thought it was so well done, and just like so, I actually, now that I thought that the vlog where I read this was up, but I don't think it's up yet actually. So you will hear more of my thoughts in there, but I expected this to be fun. You know, I did like Dating Dr. Dill. I honestly don't remember it that much, but I gave it 4 stars. I think I had a great time with it. Maybe I think I didn't like the conflict or some shit. What else is new? But I actually completely fell in love with this book. I thought that it was done so well. It's kind of like enemies to lovers, and they have to team up to save this wedding that is being sabotaged, and it is just like so much fun. The forced proximity, their family vibes, some aunties meddling, like it was just wonderful, and I had such a great time with it. And I thought it was just like really great and I need more people to read it. I thought it was amazing, and I just literally have not heard a single person talk about this book. And I honestly think that even if you didn't love Dating Dr. Dill, I think this is even better, like so much better. And I felt like I loved the family dynamics in this as well, and at the same time the focus on the romance was definitely there. And there's positive fat representation, there's Indian American representation, and it was just wonderful. So definitely check it out if you have not done so. The next book is, of course, kind of another one that's like an author recommendation, and that is Go Deep by Rosie Adams. So while this is the most popular book by Rosie, I always expect everyone to know about this book. Even though that's definitely not the case. I actually don't know how many ratings it has on Goodreads, but I highly recommend every single book by Rosie. I've basically read like 80% of them, and I have loved all of them so much. I think she's an incredible writer, and I need her to get more love and recognition. And she is like very beloved in the indie reader community, but again, I needed to spread out further, you know? And so this is the book that made me fall in love with Best Friends to Lovers, which is like the biggest thing ever. Like, it means everything to me. It is incredible. And I know, again, so many people love it, and I need more people to love it. Like, it is just absolutely everything. It is actually like a Best Friends to Lovers book where they're so close, they love each other so much already at the beginning, and then they discover that, you know what, their feelings go a lot deeper. And I just, oh my gosh, this book means everything to me. I literally remember it so well, which says a lot. I think I might have reread it already actually, but even then. the heroine basically is struggling, Navaya is struggling with writing, and she needs more inspiration, and she decides to ask him, and he, let's just say, gives her a lot of inspiration, and it is just the best thing ever. And all of her books are on Kindle Unlimited. They're all Black love romances. They're all absolutely perfect and incredible, sweet, romantic, sexy, fun, like absolutely everything. And again, like, it is a novella, and a lot of her books, honestly, most of them are novellas or even like shorter than that, and so you're gonna fly through it in one sitting. I know a lot of people want that. You just need Rosie Adams in your life, like, desperately. So okay, the next book, I actually don't fully know how underrated it is again, but I love it so much that I had to pick it up. I had to mention it, and I feel like it is very beloved in like a part of the romance community, but I have not actually heard that many people talk about it, and that is Georgie All Along by Kate Claiborne. So I would consider this another author recommendation, even though I have only read this book and another book, maybe 2 other books, but I think just one more for now. But this is everything to me. Literally one of my like all-time favorite books. It was love at first page, and I need to recommend this as just like a deeply romantic, emotional, lovely, beautiful, perfect romance. It is small town. She used to be in love. She used to have a crush on his brother, and they're kind of having to live in this house together because they both like, he thought that he could stay there. She thought that she could just move there. I don't exactly remember who owns this house, but they just both think that they want to be there, and they have to figure out like how to coexist so that one of them can get out soon and whatever. And I loved the fuck out of this. It is absolutely perfect. And again, maybe this is not like super underrated, but if you have not read it yet, you need to check it out. So I cannot wait for the next book. I'm counting down the days, and I need to pick up more of her backlist titles, because like the way my heart connects to these books is insane. Like, I love this so much. Okay, I have my phone now, so I can talk about some books that I don't own physically. And another recommendation is once again an author, which is Lady Marie, and I think I'm gonna mention Sweet Heat specifically. And she is kind of like a newer author, but she already has like 4 books. I think like most of them are novellas. I think one of them is a full-length novel, but I've read 2 now, 3, and I loved all of them so much. So we have another indie author, another Black author who writes Black love romances, and they're absolutely incredible. They're just like such a fun time, so indulgent, addicting, sexy, and fun, and they're on Kindle Unlimited. And Sweet Heat is like a polyamorous romance where we have a couple, and it's MFF, and we have a couple where like a new person joins them. And it is just amazing, the communication, and it's so sexy and so fun. And again, it's just like, honestly, it's like a perfect book to read around Valentine's Day. I don't know, it just gives that vibe so much. And I will definitely be reading the other books I have not read yet very soon, and around Valentine's Day. And so again, if you have not read Lady Marie's books yet, you need to check her out immediately. Okay, another book that did get like a wave of love, and it was an indie book that now got picked up by a publisher, but I think is a book that you should still all absolutely read if you have not done so yet, is Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. So I think the ebook should still be available, but the paperback is probably not available. It's getting republished. I don't know when. Hopefully soon. But I read this in September, and I fell in love immediately. This is Ivy's first book, and I'm like, holy fuck, like, it is absolutely perfect for a debut, and I cannot wait for more of her books. Like, I need them so bad. And this book is just utterly, incredibly, absolutely perfect. And we have like a black cat golden retriever energy. He's the black cat, she's the golden retriever, and she's so filled with joy and love, and he is basically a mortician. He's kind of like quiet and shy, doesn't socialize. I wouldn't call him grumpy, but like it is just kind of like in that direction. And they're neighbors. It's set in this like small town in Ireland, and they become really close friends. And she's basically like, she's trying to help him find a date, I'm pretty sure. And he's like helping her with some other things. It also has demisexual representation. And it is so beautiful. Like, the love that they have for each other is so deep and wonderful and romantic, and it's steamy as well. It is just like, it feels really unique and special. I've never read a book like this, and I feel like more people need to read it. I'm hoping, again, that there's gonna be a wave of new people, obviously, when it's republished, but I want this book to get all the love because I think it's incredible. It also deals with grief and healing, and basically the heroine lost her partner. And so that is a very big thing, obviously, like a wording for that, but I thought it was all done so beautifully well with so much care, and I just loved absolutely everything about it. And I know I keep saying this with every single book. I just have to say it with every single book, okay? Like, you need to pick it up. Please, please, please pick it up. And last but by no means least, I would love to talk about, like, you know, 1,000 books, but I don't want this to be super long. And again, I do want to make a lot more recommendations like this. But that is Office Hours by Katrina Jackson. Once again, this honestly should have been like authors you should read, you know? But I feel like obviously books are like easier to grasp to me. This is my favorite book by Katrina Jackson, but she has so many backlist titles, so many books that I think are absolutely incredible. And while she is, I feel like, well known in the circle of people I follow, I don't think she is well known in general, and so you all need to check out this book. It is an office romance in like a university setting. It kind of has low angst and it's very steamy, very fun, absolutely wonderful. Katrina Jackson's books are just like so well written and the characters are so lovable. Like, the hero in this is absolutely everything, and I love this book so much, and I honestly need to desperately reread it. Actually, I need to mention another book by hers, which is Looking, and this is another book that is absolutely perfect to read around Valentine's Day. And it is polyamorous. It is so steamy, so fun, and I just literally it's actually another book where they like they're a couple and they like a new person joins them, which I think I've seen a few times now, and I honestly love it so much. I think it's such a wonderful combination of like a book about an established couple, which a lot of people love, including me, and then like a new, exciting, fresh romance with someone else as well. And I think polyamorous romances are so fun to read, and Katrina Jackson writes about Black main characters and queer main characters, and not just in this book, but all of her books. And you all need to check her out. Like, what are you waiting for? And I need her to write a new book as well. And that being said, I still do have a lot of them to read, so I will shut up. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some recommendations out of it, and let me know what your favorite books are that you think are underrated and more people need to read. And please, again, let me know what other recommendations you want to see for me, especially for Valentine's Day, but even in general, I do really need to make more videos like that, because like I love making vlogs. It is my favorite thing, but I do want to expand beyond that a little bit more this year. So if you made it this far in the video, leave any kind of heart emoji down below, because of course. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!